square and the Z, and pick the symbol which is most characteristic of the way you view yourself as a person, as a graduate of St. John's. So I want you to choose between a triangle, a circle, a square, and a Z. Okay, you can open your eyes up now. Thank you very much for doing that. How many of us, please, chose the triangle? May I see you show of hands? The triangle. Raise your hand high, please. Because you are, in the class of 2000, the intellectuals. You're the ones with all the brains in the class of 2000. May I see who the triangles are again, please? Well, that's very good. But that would suggest that you're the repository of a great deal of wisdom and brilliance, and you can be called upon for direction and thinking in difficult situations. You are the brains in the class of 2000. How many of us, please, chose the square? May I see you show of hands, please? The hands. Only 1, 2, 3 hands. Well, the square is characteristic of those of the class of 2000 that are the future leaders. That's right. The square is a stable configuration, and it would suggest that those of us who put our hands up have a stable personality. We have the ability to cope with stress and respond intelligently under pressure. You are our leaders. May I see who you are, please? Okay, now, how many of us chose the Z? May I see a show of hands? The Z. Wow, that's a lot. Now, the Z is kind of weird in a way, because unlike the triangle, the circle, and the square, the Z is an open-ended configuration, and that suggests that you're sort of an open-ended kind of a person, that you do not sit well with rules and regulations, protocol. And it means that you're the innovators in the class of 2000. You're the people that can be depended on for new and different ways to succeed and achieve. You are the innovators in a class of 2000. May I see who you are, please, again? Very good. All right, now may I ask the circles to please raise their hands. I don't believe it. But the circles, please stand up. Would you please stand up? I want you to do that. Would everybody take a look at our circles, please? Because they're those of us in the class of 2000 that are masters in running parties and celebrations. No wonder a St. John's diploma has worked so much. Oh, man, I know what you were doing last night. Well, you know, as King Henry VIII said to his fourth wife, and this has a lot to do with what I'm going to be sharing with you today, he said to his fourth wife, "I shall not keep you long." And today I shall not keep you long. But I want to say, Father Harrington, Reverend Fathers of the Vincentian community, religious distinguished faculty, family, and friends of the class of 2000. I thought a lot about you these last couple of weeks, because this, in effect, is the Destiny Gathering. And I thought about how incredible a moment this must be, not only for you, but your family and all the friends you brought with you today. And I'd like just to take a moment to say thanks and pay tribute to our beloved alma mater, St. John's, the devoted Vincentian community, and your caring and dedicated teachers. St. John's, you have provided us with an education that is useful, relevant, and timeless. An education for our hearts, our minds, and our soul. And thank you, St. John's, for providing us with an experience that will enable every one of us out there and in here to be something more than ordinary. To be something more than ordinary. You know, oftentimes I'm asked the question, what does it take to be great? What are the common denominators of excellence that without which it'll be difficult to be successful in the land of beginning again. And I say to you about that this way. I say each of us has a tremendous capacity for greatness. And each of us will decide how great and successful we are going to be. Because in the final analysis, your ticket to greatness is you. You. You will decide how successful you're going to be. And I will tell you this, my dear friends and class of 2000, that the noble road to success is earned by being a positive force in the lives of others, by becoming someone's mentor. Because being a mentor to someone is a great use of the gifts your moms and your dads gave you, your friends and your relatives gave you, and St. John's and God gave you. And that's because mentoring, sharing your gifts with others, is all about the human spirit. It's all about unlocking the tremendous potential that exists in all of us, for it is a mentor that fills another person with pride and hope, who lets that person know that they are needed and that they are appreciated. And it is a mentor who empowers another person to face an uncertain future with hope and confidence. Now, you don't have to be perfect to be a mentor. Far from it, because I'm about as far from perfect as anyone you'll ever meet in your life. As a matter of fact, when I worked in New York City, I can remember getting off the elevator one day and my boss, Harry the Horse Goldman, greeted me by saying, "Young man, how did you do today?" I was out making business calls. And I said, "Very well, Mr. Goldman." He said, "Did you get any business today?" And I said, "No, sir, but I had some good conversations." And that was the worst thing I could have said, because he said to me, "Young man, don't bring me conversation, bring me results." Now, 7 months later, Mr. Goldman came out and he put his arm around me, which for me was a shared significant emotional experience. And he said to me, "Young man, I want you to know you're doing a great job." And I looked at him and I said, "Mr. Goldman, I appreciate the compliments. The compliments don't put food on the table and shoes on my kids." And you know what? 2 weeks later, I got a $700 raise, which brought me up to $5,200 a year salary. And that was outstanding. Oh, another time he said to me, he said, "Young man, how long have you been with this organization?" And I said, 14 months, Mr. Goldman. He said, "Well, that's got to tell you something." And I said, "What, Mr. Goldman?" He said to me, he said, "That's got to tell you that this company has carried you longer than your mother." And he said, "And your next raise is going to become effective as soon as you do." But you know, he was my mentor. Because as time grew on, he found a way to put his arm around me and to say, "You're okay and you're doing a great job." He filled my heart with pride and he filled my heart with hope. And that's the job of a mentor. So what it takes to be a mentor in someone else's life is a generous heart and a willing spirit. And what better way to show your generosity than by listening to someone else? Because when you're listening to someone else, you're sending a message of interest and concern. And listening is the most important step we can take when somebody else calls for help. Because listening is the best way you can say you care. You know, we go through a lot of change. We have been through a lot of change. We're going to be through a lot more change. But one thing is for certain, that the more things change, the more we must embrace the things that never change. Loving other people, caring about other people, and helping other people. Being someone's mentor also means encouraging that person's heart. Because encouragement is the act of helping another person discover that they can, that they're worthy. And what an awesome gift you can give to someone else. And that's the gift of helping them believe that they can. A dear friend of mine once told me, he said, "Jack, as a person, you're at your very best when you're doing something good for someone else." And I would say to you today that becoming a mentor to someone else is enormous. Because being a mentor will give you a great sense of pride and self-worth. It will help you leave a positive mark on someone's soul forever. It will help you view your life as worthy, important, and noble. So today, I ask the class of 2000 to be self-giving and to put your gifts and your wisdom to work for the service of others. To be a mentor to someone who needs your wisdom and who needs your guidance. So I would say to you, be that person and be that person well. And these things I warmly wish for you. Someone to love, some work to do, a bit of sun and a bit of cheer, and your alma mater and your mentor, St. John's, always dear. Good luck out there, and God bless all of you.
Have satisfactorily completed all coursework leading to these degrees. Will the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the President, Father Donald J. Harrington, CM, who will confer all the degrees.
Having received the testimony of their respective deans and the university provost, that these candidates have satisfactorily complied with all the requirements demanded by the statutes. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the State of New York, with the approval of the Board of Trustees of St. John's University, and as President of the University, I hereby confer the degrees named to these candidates and bestow on them every right and privilege attached to these degrees. Congratulations.
Will all of the graduates please remain standing? Will the graduates now don your hoods?
Should be someone Jimmy's help. Should be someone Jimmy's help. I think it'd be,
Jackson go next to the album. Jolie. How much Jackson go next to the album? Get it on right in the back now.
And now, please transfer your cap tassel from the right to the left side. Congratulations. Please be seated.
I have the honor to present to you the respective deans of the colleges and schools of the university, who will present to you their graduates with the degrees earned in court. As each name is called, I request that the graduate come forward to receive his or her diploma.
Jolie.
We ask that the members of the audience hold their applause until the names of all of the recipients have been called for each school. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear the name of your son, daughter, or other loved one who is graduating today. Dr. Jeffrey Fagan, Dean of St. John's College of Liberal Arts and Sciences.
I have the honor to present the graduates of degree programs offered by Metropolitan College. Presenting the diplomas is Dean Mary Mulvihill.
Kathleen McDonald, Dean of the College of Professional Studies.
As the very proud Dean of the College of Professional Studies, I am honored to present to you the graduates of programs and studies offered by the college.
Everyone bought somebody's vehicles.
Bachelor of Arts degree graduates. Lenora Kinshin. Karen Selden Barrow.
Like this. They move now, I'm missing.
Bachelor of Science degree graduates. Michael Abalo. Amina Abdul. Anthony McCarty. Robert Agiashvili. Anna Maria Albanese. Lisa Alfieri. Isabel Aller. Paulo Oliva. William Anderson. Jennifer Anderson. Joseph Brian Arevalo, cum laude. Jean Marie Ariola, summa cum laude. Jason Auerman. Dimitra Valodimas, cum laude.
I'm going up on the ledge.
Mario Barca. James Baumbach. Zavi Baines. Michael Gulch. Michael Bender. Jennifer Bennett. Dana Bernard, summa cum laude. Candice Essen. Joseph Bueller. Radhika Bisram. Darren Blair. Tara Blandford. Anthony Clementi. Melissa Colbert. Inez Cole. Elizabeth Colon. Peter DeVio, cum laude. John Dolce, magna cum laude. Rana Dramali, cum laude. In Yurakovic.
You serious?
David Pino. Marcus Ashley. Gina Haggard. Mary Turner. Alexandra Henniger, cum laude.
Another one?
Jennifer Canada. Rohita Pragdas. Jolene Harris. Nader Hassan. Suhanas Ashby Sumulawat. David Solo. Patrick Keenan.
Can they just go?
Howard Kessler.
I'll take a picture.
Catherine Leon. Michael Leonard. Christina Leon. Michelle Lewis. Anthony Lecari.
What's up, Taylor?
Jessica Licata.
What's up?
Filippo Limitone. Diego Lopez. Laron Lowe, magna cum laude. Christopher Lucchese, summa cum laude. J.C. Lucero. Jennifer Denise Ludgate. Janelle Luco. Sarah Leiden, summa cum laude. Francesco Messina. Kimberly Mackey, cum laude. Jason Ju Sung Lim. Jesse Megan.
May you take this? See where he is?
Stanford McDonald
I got him right here.
Jr.
Take this.
Cole McFarland. Heather McCookie.
Hold on, Kevin.
Magna
Kevin, let me get.
Lenore
He's
Melendez.
looking at us.
Jeanette Miller.
See him?
Bobin Modi, magna
See him?
cum laude. Claudine
See him, Kevin?
Sears.
I know how to do it.
Mark
What do you do?
Montero.
I know.
Gail
Is it
Ann
on?
Morris, magna cum laude. Akiba Moses. Neil Moss. Kelly Murray. Denise Nankishore. Mamta Narang, magna cum laude. Anthony North. Doreen Navarro.
What do I do? A
Sean Neckness. Michael Nella. Ginny Pipermenos. Melissa Hillary. Harold Aaron Pena. Gina Pratt. Ron Freddy. Nikolai Tedesco Jr. Gennaro Prudenti. Donna Medina. Brenda Ramos. Aisha Rankins. Alfred Riggins. Katie Rincon. Sulema Rios. Zaida Rivera. Jennifer Rivera. Yukasa. Atashia Serrano. Audra Su. Jason Soto.
Yeah.
Christopher Souza. Joseph Spadavecchia. Christine Stacer. Christos Stagas, cum laude. Dennis Stahl. Kathleen Stemple. Angela Stratigakis. Christopher Subrin. Anthony Suska. Matthew Suska. Melanie Sweeney, summa cum laude. Shuk Yin Tai, cum laude. Patricia Hughes. Marvis Thornton. Michael Trent. Paul Turano, cum laude. Nicole Tuloramondo. Margaret
Why do
Barry.
you want to go back for?
Violetta Bassar. Anthony Basaka.
We got a lot of people that have to walk.
Jeffrey Vasquez. Samuel Vasquez. Preeti Vasudeva. Michelle Vega.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the administration, and the staff of St. John's, I thank you for being an important part of our university community. We congratulate each of you on the achievement of your educational goals, and we wish you well in all that you do in the future. As members of the St. John's University alumni, we hope you will continue to be involved in the future growth and development of your university. Now, you may want to take this opportunity to thank your loved ones, members of your family and friends for the great support they provided you in coming to this day. Thank you and God bless you all.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present our known CM, Campus Minister of St. John's University, who will now offer the benediction. Let us all stand. Let us pray.
God, from whom all good things come. Under the guidance of your Spirit, the dream of a college degree has become a reality for our graduates and for their families. As we conclude this commencement, may this be the beginning of the realization of all their dreams and hopes for their future lives. Lord, true teacher of hearts, bless all those who have helped make this dream a reality for our graduates. Bless their parents, spouses, friends. Bless their professors and advisors. Bless the president, administration, staff, alumni, benefactors, and honorees of St. John's University. Bless all of its students. And especially today, bless this graduating class of the year 2000. May all their dreams end in you. Lord, through the intercession of St. Vincent de Paul and St. John the Baptist, our university's patron, surround all of our lives with your strength, protection, and love, and help us to continue to make your world a better place for all. And finally, Lord, may your blessing descend upon all of us and remain with us forever. Amen.